Hi, my name is Dr. Paul, and I want to show you how to make a homeopathic remedy. It's very powerful to be able to do this because it's backed up by years of homeopathic research. It's not well known here in the West because the pharmaceutical drug company has basically got all the money and all the marketing. They spend billions of dollars to educate people on taking drugs to fix their problems, which only masks things and they don't really get to the root cause. But if you study homeopathy, you'll see that it works. Number one, I've experienced it myself. I experienced it with my family. I experienced it with my patients. And now I want you to experience it for your own family. And you just have to try it out, because if you've never experienced it before, you just have to try it out and see the results for yourself. Now, homeopathic remedies are available in stores. You'll see them for colds and things like that. You can see that at CVS. And those are complex homeopathic remedies. What I'm going to show you today is I want to show you how to make your own homeopathic remedies at home, basically for free. All you need is basically some dropper bottles like this, and you need to label them. So you could put like a little, I put one of those small return address labels on there, and I label it. And I've learned that you actually put the name of the person. Since I have a family of 5, I put the name, initials of the person, and the date that I did it, because I have multiple remedies and they get mixed up, then you don't know what is what. So it's best to date it. So what you want to do is use either regular tap water or filtered water from your home. If you don't have anything, you could use tap water or just a filtered Brita water if you have that, because you're only going to be taking 1 drop, so if there's any toxins in there, it's not going to affect you. So I just use tap water, or just filtered Brita water is fine. You don't have to use water from the store. In fact, I recommend using a thing called a Berkey filter, which actually filters out almost 100% of all the toxins. I include also an arsenic and fluoride filter as well, and that leaves all the minerals, which is what many of the waters in the market now, there's no guarantee to whether it's alive or dead water. What makes this is an aside now before I go into the remedies, is when you choose a water, you got to ask the question, is that water dead or alive? And what makes that water alive is what? Minerals. And what's minerals? They're polarized, that do a gazillion reactions in the body, and without those minerals, your body doesn't get healthy. So I give minerals to my patients a lot, but it starts here with water. Good water that you drink on a daily basis has to be loaded with minerals. And Berkey is one of the filters that I trust, that you could use pool water, put it into the Berkey filter. It filters out everything and makes it potable or drinkable. So here's how you make the remedy. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of air. And for example, if someone has an allergy, for example, you open this up. Okay, you fill it up with water 3/4 of the way up. Or alternatively, you can use a bowl. The greater the surface area, the faster the collection time. Typically, from several minutes to 20 to 30 minutes is enough time to collect the air sample. And so if you're allergic to the air, you would just put it in an area where you felt you're having allergies, and you leave it there for up to 30 minutes. You take that water, fill it 3/4 of the way full. Or you could just use and fill this 3/4 of the way full first, and then collect the air sample. It will take a little longer because there's a less of a surface area. When you're done, you label that 30K, because that's going to be the first set of dilutions that you're going to be using. So I've done the collection process. Now I've got the water. Okay. Now before you do this, you want to empty the dropper bottle completely without any water. You want to push all the water out. Just lay it aside, and then when you're done collecting it, put it back in. And you shake it 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now that's a 1K. Your goal is to get it to 30K. So what do? You open it up, empty the whole thing out, fill it 3/4 of the way again, shake 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can use a Bible, you can use your hand, you can use the air. Okay, I like using my hand. So once you do that 30 times, that becomes a 30K potency. K stands for Korsakoff, which is an accepted homeopathic protocol for diluting an item. So by the time 30 times is done, do you have anything left of whatever's in the air? No. So that's the way to collect air. Now, the other stuff is to collect the goal is to collect whatever the toxin is in. So I'll give you an example of when my family is sick. My son was sick the other day, so I tested him to his own mucus. What you do is you muscle test, you have him spit, if he starts feeling sick, into a Kleenex or a bowl or a glass. It has to be glass or Kleenex or paper, because you want the spit to touch his body, and then you can muscle test the arm, and I'll show you how to do that in a workshop if you're interested in coming to my office. You muscle test the arm to see if he's reacting to the spit. If he is, he needs a remedy for that spit, because whatever is in that spit, he's toxic to, in this case, a cold, flu, virus, bacteria, whatever it is. So in that situation, you can still have it with 3/4 water. That's 3/4 full with water, but then you have the person spit into there. Okay, so now you've got spit in 3/4 full water. Shake it up 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do that same process again. Empty it. Fill it 3/4 of the way full. Shake it up another 12 times until you get to a 30K. Now you've got your remedy. Now, you've seen in a prior video, just search through my videos about videos on why that works. I'm not going to explain that right now, because the power of homeopathic remedy is less is better. I'll give you a classic example of an atom. Okay, what happens if you split the atom? Huge. It releases a whole lot of energy, atomic bomb energy. That's what you do when you split an atom. So it's not that you're combining atoms together to make the atomic energy force. It's actually splitting the atom, which releases a whole lot of energy. And I'll give you another analogy for that. It's like if you have a bunch of Energizer bunnies in a rectangular glass 4 walls case, plastic case that's sitting on a desk. You put an Energizer bunny in there that's shaking, moving all around and hitting the walls. You're going to get a lot of inertia, and you're going to get the table, the box moving eventually, and it falls off the desk. Well, say you put a bunch of Energizer bunnies in there, and they're cramped up like this, and they cannot move, they cannot shake. What happens to the box? It doesn't move anymore. So less is better when it comes to homeopathic. The more power comes, theoretically, they don't know how homeopathic works, to be honest with you, because it's so ethereal. Well, the one theory is that when you do this, it releases the energy of the electron, and it makes it more of a frequency-based medicine, which is basically what it is. It becomes, matter, all matter, as we talked about in prior videos, have an energy field around it. The less matter there is, the more electric it is, the more energy it is. And for example, in this particular situation, when you do this, you empty it, you dilute it even more. You're doing this to release the energy around the electron. And the energy is really the most powerful thing in the universe. God is made out of energy. Our bodies are made out of energy. 99% of it is energy. And so if you don't support that energy field, you get sick. Well, this is digital medicine, energy medicine that supports your energy field. So that's a typical example of someone that's sick. You can do this with stool. I had an example. I know this is going to be gross, but just bear me out here a little bit. I had a guy that one of my patients called me from the Dominican Republic, and he said, "Doc, hey, listen, I'm sick as a dog. I ate something or got exposed to something, and I'm vomiting. I have diarrhea consistently. I've got chills, aches, and I feel terrible." Well, I told him what to do, and I emailed it to him, and he only got the first set of instructions, okay? What I basically told him to get a sample of his stool. It's not a rocket science. Get a hat, like, quarter teaspoon with a Q-tip. Put it in here, with a Q-tip, break off the Q-tip, fill it with 3/4 water, and then shake it up 12 times. He didn't get that part about shake it up 12 times, so what he did was put a little in water, he filled it up with water, put a little stool sample in there, shook it up 12 times, emptied it, and did it. I think he emptied it and did it again. And so basically, he probably had a little bit tiny little stool in there, which was kind of gross, but it still helped him out. His diarrhea reduced in 2 hours. Well, he came to the States. I actually treated him, and I actually made a sample of his stool. But the second time I did it, there was no stool left in it. By the time you do it 30K, it's gone. There's nothing left except the energy imprint of whatever toxin was in that stool. So I know that's out of the box thinking. I'll give you multitude of examples in history. The German army was fighting against Napoleon, and Napoleon lost because his soldiers were sick. Well, the German general had homeopathic experience, and he made a homeopathic no-sode, which is remedy of the soldier's urine, and his soldiers didn't die. The Napoleon soldiers did, and guess who won? The German army did. So you've got to trust me on this. I know it's gross, but remember, there's nothing left inside this thing when you're done shaking it up. Absolutely nothing left except the energy imprint. Less is better. So after you have a 30K one, okay, now you take another bottle. If after 2 hours you don't feel better, you have to take this one and label it 60K now. Fill it up with three quarters full, okay? Actually, what you want to do is put a tiny quarter full of the 30K into here, and then fill it up to 3/4 full, okay? And then you shake it up for another 12 times, 30 times, and now you got a 60K. If after 2 hours you don't feel better with a 30K, take a drop, remember just one drop of the 60K. After 2 hours, if you still don't feel better, make a 90K, label that a 90K, and do exactly the same thing, okay? So just, this works, folks. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My website is drquick.com or bodyintelligent.com. And my office is 714-528-2219. And I'll see you soon.